Formula One practice of round one is over as we had practice one and practice two today. And we're looking at practice one results before we get into practice two, which obviously practice two a bit more representative set during the times that quali and the race will be done at. But here, we have to recap the whole day, don't we? So in practice one, we had a surprising top four with Daniel Ricciardo leading the way for Norris, Piastri, and Shinoda. Now, the key thing here was all these guys were on the soft tyre. But again, that's good for RB. The fact that they were this far up the grid, being on soft tyre compared to McLaren. Could they replicate that in the second practice session? Not necessarily. But if you look at the rest of the grid, down to Valtteri Bottas, and then from him down to Guan Yu Zhou, the rest were on medium. So in terms of who was the top medium driver, it was Fernando Alonso, then it was Verstappen, Russell, Leclerc, Hamilton, Sainz, Perez, Albon, etc. I mean, no real surprise at the bottom that Haas and Alpine are doing there, but maybe that much off the pace, especially for Haas, is a bit of a surprise. But they picked it up in practice two, so we may as well move on to practice two, and then we can give our proper opinion on it. So, yeah, we'll go through the top 10. We had Lewis Hamilton from George Russell, from Alonso, from Sainz, from Piastri, from Verstappen, from Hulkenberg, from Stroll, from Leclerc, from Sergio Perez. This may shock some people, right? The fact that Red Bull and Verstappen up there. But I'm not overly surprised. One, right, they could be sandbagging. Two, the engine might not be up, which I guess comes under the same tag. But Red Bull's strength is not over one lap. Like, we've seen last season how close qualifying sessions were and like how out of place like Sergio Perez could qualify. And seeing Mercedes and Aston Martin, McLaren and Ferrari being above Red Bull in practice too, I don't think it's a massive shock. Hell, I don't think, see if Verstappen qualifies like fourth, I don't think it'll be a massive shock. I'll be truthfully honest, because I just think that the car is so centered around the Sunday, in this case a Saturday, it won't actually matter what happens in quality. We've seen last season the amount of other people that got pole positions. Now, saying that, Mercedes do look good. So do Aston Martin, at least in the hands of Alonso. And also the fact that Stroll is up there does bode well for Aston Martin, absolutely. But Ferrari, yeah, they're looking good as well, I guess you could say, especially in the long runs. And same with Red Bull. That's where you've got to look for. You've got to look in the long runs. Oscar Piastri looking really good in the long runs on the medium tyre. I think Red Bull were probably the fastest car on the soft tyre, but here, the way it could have looked from testing was that Red Bull could have been dominant over both short runs and long runs. Like last season, the races weren't particularly great. No, it was a pretty bad season. But at least in some of the races, like Verstappen was having to fight his way through for the win. Like it's much better that than him just getting pole every race. So I don't think we can cry too much about these results, if I'm being truthful, Taze, which of course we always are here on Fog Racing. We bring you the best content in the land, to say the least. But guys, honestly, to predict the order going in, I think Mercedes have surprised a lot of people. Ferrari as well. I thought they would be a bit more up there, but they're not a million miles away. RB, like I said earlier, they're a wee bit down. Lando Norris, I wouldn't worry about him. He made a mistake on his fast lap. So, anyway, guys, that's going to do it for your Friday practice recap. It was great seeing the F1 back. If you want to check out a weekend preview for our race and quali, go check out the video yesterday. And of course, we recapped a bit of the news there with Christian Horner and co. But anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below. And until next time, Fog Racing, signing, clean it.